call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Baylor's offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see.
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
He's got it and still on his feet. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Sneaks into the end zone.
And I tell you what, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. We saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A strike downfield. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Under fire. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. When you play in a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Duron Haynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
The Bears send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. It's Campbell. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Fakes to grab. There he goes. Touchdown tie. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Looking to take a shot. Finds his man open. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Finds his man. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeps it on the bootleg. Makes the grab. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. The Bears will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they'll knock him down.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So, tough spot to be.
Touchdown, Baylor! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Bring in the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He's got it. First down and more. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Floats it out in space. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Campbell. Makes the grab on the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. Past the 30. At the 20, he's got space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bama!
When you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. The Bears come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes that Alabama offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he had...
Going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
From the gun, running back on the move. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Campbell. Here's the pressure. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Put it in the window for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air on second down. Fires complete on the crosser. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Looking to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Using the quick game. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bears will snap it on first and 10. Wants to throw again. Takes the easy completion. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Bears moving quickly to the line. Back to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Shotgun shotgun snap on third down. Hauls it in. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa.
The Bears will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Turns it on in midfield. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the punishment has been extended. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Hold and fire complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. 1st and 10 coming up. They're going back to the ground. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. unloads quickly. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown time. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Got his man in the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Bears are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Bears will call on their punt team. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Back to throw, it's Campbell. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The catch is made, but he's beyond the sideline, so they'll turn it over on down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the right. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. He's got it on the move. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Gets it out fast. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on fourth down. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The give from the gun. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. To throw, it's Campbell. The screen, and watch out. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Breaks into the open, headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. They kick it away on fourth down. Just needs a crack to get a return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Under fire. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Bond. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Campbell. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He makes a catch. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Wants to throw it. Might be looking to run. Took a shot as he threw. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been light. The offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pulls it, fired complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires left. Pulls it in. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Bears decide to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone at everybody right now on the same page.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here's a throw downfield late. Holds it in on the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pocket breaking down. A shot for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Provo. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.